It's great to get league play started. I thought George Mason really played hard and was aggressive, gave us a hard time on our offensive end at times. But I was really proud of the way our guys defended in the second half. I thought that was really the difference for us. Great energy and a great job following our defensive plan. And that's why we held them to 23 points in the second half. And like I said, that was the difference in the game.
Coach, Jante talked about the guys being really tight in the first half. Was that a surprise?
Conference play. No, it's not a surprise at all. It happens every year. Every year. And it doesn't just happen here. That's why you look around the conference and you see some odd scores and, some teams offensively certainly, maybe not putting up as big a numbers as they had before. It's just, I told the guys, what goes into winning doesn't change when you get into league play, but as a player, it still feels a little bit different. And, the guys really want to do well, but I think there definitely was a little bit of, 10 minutes left in the half, and it's, 2-point game, and guys are like, I want to be doing better. I want the team to be doing better. But you just got to stick with the process and hang in there. I thought there was a lot of plays in the first half where we actually made the right play, played hard, got our hand in the basketball, but it just didn't end up being working out our way. That's going to happen. But over the course of the game, I think that irons itself out, and it did tonight.
Terrence missed the ball out of one of their guys' hands underneath. He went over and gave him a nice little chest bump. And just talk about not only your chest bump, but the energy level that y'all had in the second half, you included.
Well, I always have energy, Tim. That's my biggest strength. Some coaches have knowledge and experience. Hopefully I got a little bit of knowledge, but I got energy and enthusiasm. Chest bump, that's just kind of what you do in sports. Terrence is a guy that really, when he's having fun and playing with energy and playing with aggression, he's really good, and he's helped us a lot in these last two games. As I mentioned last time, it started in practice. He's really made strides in practice, and we need him. I mean, he's someone that can give us an extra level of physicality and toughness around the basket, and I thought he did that tonight.
Piggyback on that energy theme, to see Briante dive on the floor with 44 seconds left. You guys have a double-digit lead. I mean, as a coach, how does that make you feel to see your guy going out there and diving for the ball like that?
That was something else. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that would do that at that point in the game, but that just kind of gives you an idea of who he is, and we appreciate having that, especially. He kind of has an attitude of it doesn't matter when or where or who, he just goes after it. But much more importantly than that is playing with discipline and playing within himself. I thought he played a really good second half, and especially on the defensive end, did a great job helping us keep them from scoring.
Shaka, just getting the conference play going, does that kind of knock the nerves down a little bit, or is that every game?
No, it should. It should. I think everyone, not just us, I think everyone kind of settles in, as we get into conference play. Does one game knock all the nerves out? I hope so. I mean, for us, I hope so. But, I think that really if you look over at least since I've been at VCU, the first couple games in the league in early January, even when we've won, it's been a challenge because we have been a little bit tight. I knew that coming in, so the last few days I've been overly loose with these guys. I think our coaches did a good job of just helping the guys understand, hey, we're fine, keep playing, stay with it. But as we move forward, that'll kind of work itself out. And now it's a matter of just playing. You got to attack and play good basketball.
First 5 minutes of the second half, especially the last couple games, how well you guys have played out of the break. Is it
right.
a trademark for you guys?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it's something that's important to us. It's one of our game goals to win the first 5 minutes of the second half. But we last couple of games we have not had, really the last 3 games, we have not had huge leads at halftime. as a player or even as a coach, you go into halftime and your dream scenario is to be up 20, but the other team's dream scenario is the same thing. So usually what happens when good teams are playing is it's a relatively close game. Like I said, some things didn't go our way early in the first half, but I thought our guys did a good job they didn't hang their heads. They came out of halftime with energy and, played with good togetherness.
You mentioned your defense second half. They shot under 25%. What did you do anything differently?
We adjusted how we guarded ball screens a little bit, and I thought our guys just did a better job keeping their man in front of them. They have three really good guards. They have Brian Allen, Sherrod Wright, and Patrick Holloway. And then the kid, Marquise Moore, a freshman, played well tonight. So those guys, again, in the A-10, every team has good guards. They're going to drive. If you cut them off, they're going to spin. And in the first half, we let them get to the basket too much. I thought second half we did a better job of keeping them in front of us.
Coach, sometimes defense can be affected by offense. Do you avoid that by making defense such a focal point from day one of practice all the way through?
We try to. As a coach, they say in coaching school, they say you should talk about defense the majority of the time, but work on offense the majority of the time. So it's certainly what we talk about the most. I think we even work on defense a lot. But the bigger thing, to be honest with you, is just our players having a mindset of no matter what happens, I'm focused on helping my team get stops. And we've had some games earlier in the year, a lot of teams do, where things don't go well early on offense, and like you said, it affects defense. I thought, tonight we did a pretty good job of staying with the plan.
Mason was able to beat the pressure with a couple of baseball passes over the top. Is that something you want to work on, or did they just get in some lucky situations?
No, they did a good job. The press is a risk-reward situation. People are going to try to beat you sometimes. I would say overall the press was good for us tonight, though. In terms of adding it all up, there's a reason why teams don't shoot as well at the end of games. I think our crack SID, Scott Day, provides that statistic in his game notes. But, they did a good job a couple times taking the ball out and throwing it long. It happens. We've got to do a better job of keeping it from happening, but overall I thought our energy and, for the most part, our focus in the press was good.
Shaka, Jante's had games where when he wasn't doing really well offensively, he didn't do a lot of anything. Got 14 rebounds tonight. Nice to see him turn his focus to that instead of getting frustrated and let it get the best of him.
Yeah, I think he did a great job rebounding, and he did get to the foul line 10 times. He did score 9 points, so I wouldn't say that he did nothing offensively. It just wasn't a huge game. But I think he was definitely a big factor for us on the defensive end and rebounding. Every time he gets 10 rebounds or more, we put ourselves in great position to win. So he was one of the guys early in the game. I think he was a little bit tight, wanted the game to go perfect. It wasn't, but I thought he settled in and played really good basketball and within himself.
Any other questions?